The journey begins, the road stretches ahead, weaving through the rolling landscapes of Switzerland. The air is crisp, the sky a vast canvas of blue, and the sun casts long golden rays over the terrain. Ahead, the towering hills rise like ancient guardians, their slopes blanketed in a mixture of evergreen forests and patches of bare trees, remnants of the passing winter. The scene is breathtaking, untouched, and pure, as if nature itself has sculpted a masterpiece. Moving forward, the road narrows slightly, leading us through a passage flanked by towering cliffs on one side and a dense woodland on the other. The leaves have yet to return to some of the trees, their skeletal branches reaching skyward, creating a mesmerizing contrast against the backdrop of the evergreens. There is a profound stillness in the air, broken only by the distant chirping of birds and the occasional rustle of wind sweeping through the trees. As we progress, small cottages begin to emerge along the roadside, each standing as a testament to Swiss architectural beauty. Wooden chalets with steep roofs and ornate balconies dot the landscape, their windows reflecting the morning sunlight. Smoke rises gently from a few chimneys, suggesting warmth and comfort inside. The houses are sparse, spread apart by vast stretches of untouched land, adding to the serenity of this journey. We ascend a gentle incline, the road curving gracefully with the natural contours of the land. And then, as if unveiling a secret, we arrive at a lush green hill. The grass is rich and vibrant, stretching endlessly in every direction. From this elevated position, we catch a glimpse of a distant town, nestled within the valley below, its rooftops glistening under the soft sunlight. The first sign of civilization in quite some time. Approaching the town, a peculiar sight captures our attention. A mannequin, clad in a deep green jacket, stands motionless at the entrance, almost as if welcoming travelers into this quiet settlement. It adds an element of intrigue, an unexpected mystery in an otherwise tranquil setting. The streets of the town are peaceful, almost eerily so. Few people walk the narrow roads, their presence fleeting. The town appears to be in a quiet slumber, with little movement beyond the occasional passing car or the distant chime of a church bell. Along the main road, a handful of buildings stand prominently. A quaint cafe with a wooden terrace, a small family-owned bakery, and a church whose spire reaches towards the sky, standing as a silent sentinel over the town. As we venture further, the density of buildings decreases. The town fades into the background, replaced by an endless sea of emerald green fields. The contrast is stark and beautiful. The road is flanked by vibrant pastures stretching toward the distant mountains, where towering peaks, still dusted with snow, stand proudly against the horizon. The sheer scale of nature in this part of Switzerland is overwhelming, a reminder of the untouched beauty that exists beyond urban spaces. Continuing onward, we approach another town, much like the previous one. It shares the same quaint charm, the same hushed atmosphere. The houses, neatly aligned along the road, exude an old-world charm. Wooden facades, flower boxes beneath each window, and neatly stacked logs beside each entrance suggest a deep connection with tradition and heritage. The streets here, too, are sparsely populated, adding an air of solitude to the journey. As the road winds further, we find ourselves at yet another breathtaking location. The landscape opens up into vast rolling fields, the vibrant green grass swaying gently in the breeze. The occasional fence line marks the boundaries of farmland, while grazing cattle dot the hillsides, their presence adding to the pastoral beauty of the scene. The final stretch of the journey leads us through another town, eerily similar to the first. The uniformity of these settlements speaks of a way of life preserved over generations, untouched by the rapid modernization seen in larger cities. The road narrows once more, lined with charming homes, their sloped roofs designed to withstand heavy snowfall in the winter months. A few scattered pedestrians walk leisurely, their presence adding a touch of life to the otherwise tranquil setting. We press forward, the road unfurling like a silver ribbon ahead of us, winding through the majestic Swiss countryside. The towering mountains stand like silent guardians, their snow-capped peaks shimmering under the golden sunlight. As we traverse the scenic route, the landscape unfolds in a mesmerizing display of nature's splendor. Leaving the last town behind, the road narrows slightly, curving through gentle slopes adorned with sparse trees. Their bare branches reach toward the sky, remnants of the colder months still visible in the crisp air. The occasional evergreen stands in contrast, deep green against the pale blue backdrop of the sky. Pockets of mist hover over the distant hills, fading as the warmth of the sun begins to take hold. The drive takes us through a stretch where the terrain shifts, revealing rolling green pastures that extend as far as the eye can see. Cows, adorned with the signature bells of the Swiss countryside, graze peacefully, their rhythmic movements blending seamlessly into the tranquil environment. The occasional wooden barn, with its slanted roof and weathered facade, stands solitary in the fields, a testament to the region's pastoral charm. Soon, we approach the outskirts of another village. A mannequin dressed in a green jacket stands outside a quiet shop, an unexpected sight along the roadside. The town itself is subdued, its cobblestone streets nearly empty, the buildings exuding an old-world charm with their timber-bird facades and shuttered windows. A small bakery emits the warm scent of fresh bread, momentarily tempting us to pause, but we press on, eager to see what lies ahead. Exiting the village, the road leads into a dense forest where towering pines line the route, their needles forming a soft, verdant canopy overhead. Sunlight filters through the gaps, creating a dappled effect on the asphalt. The forest opens up, revealing another stretch of breathtaking scenery, a glacial lake, its waters an impossibly vivid shade of turquoise. The lake reflects the towering cliffs that rise sharply from its edges, a mirror of the sky above. As we ascend a gradual incline, the surroundings transform once again. The elevation brings cooler air, and remnants of snow cling to the higher peaks. The sun glistens on the frosty surfaces, casting a dazzling glow that contrasts with the lush valley below. Wooden chalets adorned with flower boxes dot the hillsides, their smoke curling lazily from stone chimneys. Continuing onward, the next town comes into view. This one, nestled against the base of a mountain, has a livelier atmosphere. A church steeple rises above the rooftops, and the faint tolling of bells echoes in the crisp morning air. The market square is modest but inviting, with vendors displaying fresh produce and handcrafted goods. We pass a group of locals engaged in quiet conversation, their faces warm with familiarity. Leaving civilization once more, the road meanders through open plains, stretching toward distant, mist-covered hills. A lone farmhouse stands at the center of a vast meadow, surrounded by a wooden fence, its windows reflecting the brilliance of the sky. The occasional cyclist or hiker appears along the roadside, enjoying the tranquility of the Alpine countryside. We glide along winding roads, each turn revealing new vistas of rolling green hills and vast open fields. Houses appear sporadically along the roadside, their traditional architecture blending seamlessly into the landscape. Some homes stand solitary, nestled among clusters of bare trees, while others form small hamlets where smoke gently curls from chimneys, signaling life within. The scenery evolves as we approach the outskirts of a dense woodland. The trees stand tall and proud, their skeletal branches reaching towards the heavens, waiting for the embrace of spring. The road narrows slightly, weaving through the towering trunks, creating an almost cinematic effect as shadows flicker across our path. Patches of melting snow cling to the ground, remnants of winter resisting the inevitable warmth of the changing season. Emerging from the forest, we arrive at the foot of a lush green hill. The vibrant grass stretches endlessly, a striking contrast to the white-capped peaks in the distance. We pause for a moment, taking in the panorama. The silence here is profound, only interrupted by the occasional call of a distant bird or the rustling of the wind through the grass. And so, as our journey progresses, we remain captivated by the endless beauty of Switzerland. The road ahead promises more discoveries, more moments of awe, and more encounters with the untouched splendor of this alpine paradise. The adventure is far from over, and every mile brings with it a new story waiting to be told.